Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. So today's video is actually a continuation of a message that almost interrupted the last reading that I posted. It was really interesting how the energetic interruption, so to speak, came right at the end of the reading. I was actually channeling the final Rumi Oracle card, which was Sacred Convergence, the number 11 card, of course, connecting with the magic of the number synchronicity 1111. But what's interesting is that card came out reversed, and that entire reading we'd been talking about your spirit guides cleansing and purifying. I said in the thumbnail of the video, decluttering your life energetically, and how this could have been affecting some of your relationships, particularly for some of you. There may have been someone romantic in your life that recently disconnected, walked away, was cut out in some sense. And then right at the end of the reading, it's almost like this new love energy comes in, interrupts the reading, and really wants to enter your life in a beautiful way. Now, for some of you, that person at the end of the reading could have been the same physical person as the one prior in the reading, but in a completely energetically different state. So if it was the same person, it could have been them in their unhealed and healed state. But for many of you, this will be someone entirely different. For some of you, it could be someone that you haven't met yet. For others of you, it could be the re-entrance of someone from your past. As I say with all of my readings, these readings are only meant to connect with and confirm your own intuition. And really, it is your intuition that is the guiding compass of your life. So I said we were going to do this follow-up reading in the last one to dive deeper into that so-called new love that... It's funny, the phrase that came out was get out of the way, almost like their higher self is telling anyone or anything that's been an obstacle to them entering your life to move out of the way so that they are able to fully connect with you in the physical world. Of course, I feel this happening at that very unconscious, higher self level, not necessarily something that they're consciously thinking. Although for a few of you, if this is someone from your past who was aware of someone else being in your life romantically, then maybe that was more literal and conscious, that there was someone in your life that they wanted to move aside in a sense so that they could shoot their shot with you romantically or make some kind of an offer with you. We have the World card in the upright position. So this card to me speaks about a massive amount of soul expansion. And I feel as though you have had to undergo a kind of initiation period where I'm hearing you've not just gone through one awakening. In a sense, you've gone through several, which we could really think of several levels of awakening. And it's perpetual for you, just like our expansion is perpetual and never ending. But the reason this is coming up is because this connection feels central to your soul mission in some way, meaning it feels like this is someone who both facilitates your soul's continuous expansion, but also someone that you are only able to attract into your life and connect with in your life consistently once you reach a certain level of expansion. I'm hearing it's like you unlock the level that allows you to connect or reconnect with this person because of I'm hearing this carries a very strong, intense spiritual energy to it, like this entire connection between the two of you. The guides are calling it the spark, or a powerful spark. And just like a spark can create a fire that's really beneficial and can heat food, can heat a home, etc., if it goes out of control, it can also be very destructive. And that's why my guides are giving me this metaphor. It's almost like this connection is so spiritually intense that it can either be a huge catalyst for shared growth, and it can be extremely powerful and mutually catalyzing. However, it can also have the potential to be destructive or to be triggering. So if this is someone that you connected with in the past and it was triggering to one or the both of you, this was because you have such an intense spiritual connection that it seems to really tend to illuminate any unhealed aspects or wounding within each of you and dredge all of that up to the surface. So if you are, and this person is, living very much in authentic alignment, very willing to do that inner work to face the patterns as they come up, then I see this being a potentially really beautiful connection. But if one or the other of you isn't willing to take that kind of accountability, I'm seeing that it can really go the other way. Again, take this as it connects, but this is why it's been necessary for the both of you to undergo this radical soul expansion to reach a point where you can enjoy the spiritual intensity of this connection without the destructive and triggering element that happens when, or would have happened if you had attempted to more consistently connect in a less awakened or less healed state of being. I know this is a very intense and strange kind of connection to be coming through. This does give me a lot of twin flame energy, although that won't necessarily be the case for everyone. I saw the number 717, and here we have victory. Wow. Okay, so with all of that being said, it seems like when you and this person either meet, or if you've met before, when you reconnect, when they re-enter your life, you very much experience the positive side of that equation here. The way in which the two of you are able to, I'm hearing you're able to bounce ideas back and forth. You're able to get into these really deep and intense conversations, possibly even about highly spiritual things. And although you may be very different from this person in certain respects, I do feel like there is something about you that is incredibly complementary, almost because of the differences between you, if that makes sense. Wow, very, very powerful energy coming through here. Yeah, we have Magician and the Mirror reversed. So this is my number 2 twin flame card in the deck. The fact it is reversed tells me that I'm hearing you're on the verge of bringing this into balance. So it might not quite be 100% balanced yet between the two of you, but it does feel like there is some kind of energetic rebalancing that's been long in the making here, that is really on the verge to breaking through some type of way in the physical world. So you listening to this reading with 3 cards here coming up with feminine imagery, I'm getting that you most likely connect more so with the divine feminine, whereas this person that we're speaking about here will most likely be resonant with the divine masculine energy. Now, of course, those are just labels. We all do have an internal balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine. So we can resonate with one or the other internally. This also can connect with external people, situations, environments, etc. But I do feel that the majority of you tuned in and resonating here are going to be divine feminines. Now, with Woman Holding a Heart, You have taken back your power romantically recently, either in general in your life or possibly from a specific person or situation. That actually could have been the same situation that came out in the last reading. So if what I'm mentioning from the last reading keeps resonating with you as I'm bringing it up, I would recommend listening to that for context as well. But I just see here this woman literally having a hold on her heart. Not necessarily that you're being overly guarded, but you are very protected when it comes to love. So protected, in fact, that some of you might be laughing because with door to romance reversed, you've been so quote unquote protected in love that you may have felt like you've been having trouble attracting some of it in, or at least attracting in something long-term, balanced, and consistent. It's like that door may have felt stuck or closed, or like it wouldn't quite fully solidify or stabilize itself. But this is because you are so divinely protected, specifically in your love life. And once again, I'm seeing that World card representing expansion, because it's almost like your guides have blocked you in a sense in certain respects in your love life to prevent you from being distracted from that overarching soul expansion that's been taking place in your life. And I'm getting that to have settled down too early romantically would have actually locked you in to a particular lower vibrational timeline or reality, whereas you have been meant to be constantly shifting through higher and higher vibrational timelines and realities. And again, these types of long-term connections, even though they can be beautiful, at times they can also lock us in to a particular reality. And so I feel like your soul has been kind of resistant to being fully tied down in that romantic sense or fully locked into any one timeline, because subconsciously you've been aware that you actually are constantly growing, evolving, and expanding. In fact, for some of you listening, you might not even feel like the same person from one day to the next. You might feel as though your identity, your environment, your relationships are constantly changing. And this is evidence of just how quickly you are timeline shifting, in a sense, how quickly you are aligning with higher and higher vibrational realities. Now, the thing about this particular masculine energy coming in is I feel that because of the very deep spiritual connection between you, I'm hearing this is someone who's capable of keeping up with you spiritually. And that feels kind of like what you've been holding out here for, particularly romantically at this time. Here we have hostilities, we have goddess of the moon. Can I get some clarification? Okay, so wow, divine feminine. Many people around you, particularly in a romantic sense, have been fighting and vying for your attention. But the thing about this is, wow, you have felt like, I'm hearing you may have felt like your energy was being pulled in a million directions. So while that door romantically to something long-term and stable has felt possibly stuck or closed, at the same time, many potential romantic suitors have been trying to manifest connection with you, trying to pull you energetically into their life. And you've been in this very open-hearted state of being with the heart chakra and the upright position. So you have this magnetic love energy around you. But I get the sense that a lot of what has been magnetically attracted in romantically may have felt interesting initially or kind of fizzled out, but nothing seems to have really caught your attention long-term. Or even if there has been a long-term love interest, maybe it just felt like it was stuck in some regard. And part of the reason for this is, again, you are so divinely protected, specifically in love. That feels like the major message coming through this reading. But with the goddess of the moon reversed, it's like people fighting for your love energy or your attention, and yet they are doing so almost from this place of codependency, like they are seeing you as a bridge to connecting with their own spiritual self or their own happiness. Now, I don't sense that everyone I'm channeling into here who is fighting for your attention is necessarily using you as this bridge intentionally. It feels like for many of them, this is happening unintentionally. It's just that you have such a light, such a power around you that, like moths to a flame, many others are being attracted to that at this time. And some of them, for the reason of subconsciously sensing that when they're around you, they feel just this upliftment in their own energy, which of course is a beautiful thing. But what I'm getting is that in many cases, if they aren't willing to become more conscious, then they aren't really capable of reciprocating that upliftment back to you in a balanced way. So with the Three of Cups reversed here, I'm getting that you've also been attracting in a lot of attention, possibly that you might consider or label as negative as well. This feels more subconscious and energetic. It feels like projections of people who might be triggered by your light or triggered by your open heart chakra energy. So can I get more information on how Divine Feminine might be triggering? So with the Wheel of Fortune upright, the number 1010 is coming out. I'm also hearing something about your confidence, like your confidence creates a glow around you that triggers those who are holding on to insecurities, because it's almost like they're thinking, what gave you the right to be so confident? But really, your confident energy, that glow, is meant to inspire them to their own self-empowerment, their own inner confidence. I'm also getting that you've had this uncanny ability recently to just see right through people. I know these are a bit of side messages coming through here, but they feel really important as well, coming from someone's guides connected to the reading, because it feels as though I'm hearing once you unlock new levels in life, in your own healing journey, you are given the gift of greater intuition to read those who are still at those levels that you've already expanded out of. So take that as it resonates. But it's like, if you have dealt with certain limiting belief systems or blockages in the past, then you are automatically given the gift of insight, where you are able to almost instantaneously perceive when someone is dealing with the same blockages that you yourself have expanded beyond. That's also why the most powerful way to continuously manifest in life is to focus on internal energetic expansion, constantly expanding yourself from the inside out energetically, because that will automatically begin to, in a sense, unlock these new layers and levels of your physical reality as well. So what else can I channel here? Yeah, the King of Wands reversed. Okay. So there may have been someone specific vying or fighting for your attention or your love who maybe was very focused on themselves, even if they didn't realize that they were doing this. It's almost like this person felt entitled to your energy. With the Five of Cups upright, they felt entitled to your energy, and there's been a change in this connection. You may have taken back your heart from this person, and now they're in this Five of Cups energy. They're grieving the connection. They're feeling a sadness around it. They're realizing that they have contributed to or created these changes between you that now they are regretting. With the Two of Coins reversed, they're feeling very unbalanced or off kilter without you. And they're seeing you again, just up in this Wheel of Fortune energy at the same time, seeing you in this very lucky, kind of magical energy of sorts. So I'm going to channel more into potentially what could be going on with this energy coming up here. And of course, finally, we will be getting to this powerful love connection that is entering your life. Notice how in the reading, it's like bouncing between different energies, almost giving a real-time example of how many people are pulling on you energetically and how different people seem to be kind of energetically fighting for your attention at this higher self level. So with that being said, I also do want to share with you my most powerful tool for manifesting in my own life, and these are subliminals. I started using subliminal meditation 5 years ago. And through meditating with subliminals on a daily basis, I saw the most tremendous shifts physically, shifts when it came to my work, my alignment with my own life purpose, my sense of confidence and self-love. And since I saw such powerful results with subliminals, I've created my very own library of them, which I now offer through my app, Sound and Soulful. So what you're seeing on the screen is just a little recording showing you around my app. I do have over 130 subliminals for essentially every area of life. And when you sign up for a 7-day free trial account in the app, you can create your own custom private playlists and even read the affirmations while you're listening. Now, of course, for those of you who don't know, subliminals contain unconscious spoken affirmations that are targeted to the subconscious areas of the brain, which research has shown it's actually 95% of our thoughts that are subconscious in nature. So I found personally that reprogramming my subconscious mind with subliminals has brought really powerful, effective results, shifts, and changes into my life. Specifically for this reading, since I know most of you connecting in here will be resonating more so with your divine feminine, I've created a subliminal called the Awakened Divine Feminine. This is so powerful for keeping you present and grounded in that truly magnetic flow state energy, effortlessly beginning to manifest more of your desires in life, and really keeping you in that empowered goddess-like state of being. So the link to download my Sound and Soulful Subliminals app and access the Awakened Divine Feminine Subliminal is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Okay, so 4 of Wands reversed here and the 2 of Swords reversed. So someone who was very indecisive or hesitant towards you is having truth revealed to them either internally or externally about people around them who may have given them bad advice towards you, may have told them to disconnect from you, or even told them lies about you. I'm getting that for many of them, both internal and external truths are being revealed, meaning truth isn't just being revealed to this person externally. They're also internally realizing truths about how powerfully they are feeling for you, that they, I'm hearing, are really wanting this connection when they may have been denying wanting, or really they're using the word needing. Like there's a little bit of desperation here. They're feeling like they need you in their life. And this person was very much in a state of delay or hesitancy that may have self-sabotaged this connection in the past. Now, with this entrance of new love into your life, again, this could be the healed version of one of the same energies coming through. This could be someone entirely new, but since we have so many different energies that have been trying to get your attention, even in this one reading, I am going to be really giving the deck a good shuffle because I very specifically want to tune in to this new love coming in here. So what is this new love connection coming in for Divine Feminine? This is someone who has felt very restless towards you, either at the higher self level, like I'm hearing their higher self is eager to meet you or eager to connect with you, Or if you've already met physically in the past, then this person is consciously losing sleep, strategizing ways to connect with you or to reconnect. They are seeing really no way forward but with you. I know that sounds really dramatic, but this person really sees you as their only true option that they really want to connect with in love. They are feeling very exclusive towards you with adjacent possibilities reversed. This may be someone who has or recently has cut off other potential romantic interests or people in their life because of how hyper-focused and fixated they're feeling about you. You bring this person a tremendous amount of peace with storm warning reversed, and this is someone who's familiar with darkness. This is someone who may have had a very rough start in life, or at the least, they have gone through very intense things in their life that have made them familiar with darkness. With the temple path upright, though, I feel like as you are bringing this peace into their life, they also sense that the two of you could really build a kind of life together where you are both aligned with your true, authentic nature. For some reason, I saw people buying land or buying a home or property, something along those lines that might relate to one of you. I feel like this person is coming in very determined that they want to build an empire with you. And that is very contrasting to that previous energy that came out as being very hesitant, possibly self-sabotaging, maybe not sure what they wanted. This person, or this transformed version of that person, is absolutely sure about what they want, and it is you. With the third eye chakra reversed, I have a feeling that this person in the past, especially when they were going through those challenging times, really had difficulty accessing their own intuition. In fact, they may have felt like they were really just drifting through their life, not really able to determine exactly what they wanted out of life. But since either connecting with you, or if you haven't yet met when they do connect with you, it's almost like one thing that their intuition is 100% sure about is their feelings towards you. Now, I did pull 3 cards as well prior to this reading from the traditional tarot, so I will be sharing those cards now. And the first card here is the Hermit. So I feel like this represents that this person and you seem to have this mirrored hermit-like energy where even though you may have a lot of potential people that you could connect with romantically or platonically, you tend to embody the lone wolf sort of energy. You are very, very cautious and selective about who you allow in. I absolutely see with this person that they are very guarded to the point where they actually might come off to other people as cold when in reality they're a very giving and soft-hearted person, but they might have something harsh about their exterior, how they present themselves appearance-wise, or how they initially interact with other people. And I see that this is something you don't seem to actually mirror that. When you interact with people, it actually seems like you have this softness and this light about you that draws people in initially, whereas this person's kind of the opposite. Like when they meet people initially, people tend to assume that they are harsh or cold or something of that nature. But at the core, the two of you do have this shared kind of lone wolf sort of energy. Now, the second card I pulled initially from the traditional tarot is the Six of Pentacles reversed. So I feel as though you have been depleted by people or situations in your life where you may have felt as though you were giving more than you were receiving. And so you may have felt as though people around you were taking from you either emotionally or literally, possibly unintentionally, but it's just like you have this very open, giving kind of essence and energy to you. And I almost feel as though that good nature may have actually been taken advantage of, or at the least underappreciated in the past. Now, I am going to pull another card here. What are this person's true intentions towards the divine feminine? Yeah, so it's like the word refreshing is coming out. So there's something very refreshing about how this masculine enters your life as compared to others that may have taken from you and not given to you in a reciprocated way. In fact, what I'm getting from this masculine is it's almost like they will refuse to take from you. They only want to add to your life. And that's really the nature of a true awakened masculine energy, to the point where a true awakened masculine will actually at times keep their distance from the divine feminine they desire if they feel like they don't have something of equal value to offer her or return to her. Because the masculine energy really does desire at a core level to give in a balanced way to their divine feminine. And that is how this person feels towards you. It's like if they have kept their distance from your life, either because the two of you haven't met or maybe there was a separation, I feel it was because in the past they felt they couldn't give you what you really deserved or couldn't give to you in a balanced way. Can I get another card here on the present future of this connection? The star also represents something very spiritual, and the spiritual nature of this connection is something this person has recognized as well. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, which can be a card of what some might call fate, what this person themselves might call fate, but what I'm really seeing as divine timing at play here between the two of you meeting or reconnecting. I keep hearing something about someone having had a dream about you. So this person may have dreamt of you, particularly at a time when they were feeling really lonely, or dreamt of your essence if they hadn't met you yet physically. It's almost like your spirit or your essence has been this sort of guiding light to this person through a very dark time. I see the Hermit carrying the lantern here, and I see you almost like being that illumination, being that lantern in this person's life. So, wow, very deep and spiritual messages coming through about this particular connection. I'm sure this is going to be coming up in future readings. And of course, let me know in the comments if this is connecting. If you do want more information about this person in the future, it does feel like a very complex dynamic between the two of you for whoever I'm channeling here. And of course, what card from Rumi do we pull besides the exact card that came out in the last reading that actually spurred this reading, which is the Sacred Convergence card, except notably, this time it's in the upright position rather than the reversed position. So someone here is very much ready for a union or a reconnection with you. And I'm going to channel a bit more from the guidebook here. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light. Wow, holding a light, just like that lantern that we were talking about, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine, the other the curls of the beloved. A dance like this in the middle of the circle is what I am longing for. Rumi, how I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves to be mere reflections of one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning, always I have hidden. Now I show myself to you. that you may become filled with the same passion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Wow, what a beautiful and powerful message to close the reading. And of course, that is owed to all of you who are tuned in here. You are all co-creators on this channel, helping and assisting in the creation of these messages simply by contributing your own powerful energy here. So thank you for that. And of course, if you do feel resonance with the reading, I invite you to subscribe, join our beautiful community of like-minded, conscious, creative beings here on YouTube. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. And of course, the link to my sound and soulful Subliminals app, where you can access the powerful awakened divine feminine Subliminal, is in the pinned comment and description box underneath the video. Otherwise, I am sending you all so much love today. Have a beautiful day, and I will connect with you here again in the next video.